All right, guys, welcome back to Blackacre Ranch. We're here. We've been making progress. You can see our pretty walls. They've been looking pretty good. So we've been spending a couple days, 2, 3, sometimes a little bit in the rain, putting up a bunch of sheathing, and it's been going well. Now, we haven't been broadcasting, you know, like trying to film all this, because frankly, sheathing is sheathing, and it's just kind of sheathing, right? So it's kind of boring, monotonous. Same thing, same all the time, nothing really changes. We have not tackled the front side, partly because, well, let me show you. The front side of the building has a wee bit of slope that when it rains, it comes in and it'll puddle. And when we are putting up the sheathing, we are getting some caulk, and we're caulking the bottom edge right there. So what we're actually doing here, let me show you. There's a little bit of a lip right here. And normally you can put those foam thingies underneath here and seal the bottom underneath the sill plate or the base plate. We are not doing that. We are going to just be caulking it. We're sealing that and then putting our plywood down. Once we do that though, all of the water that comes in here is going to like get stuck. And the only way it's able to get drained now is for us to push it off of the broom and push it over the sill plate or the base plate. So we're holding off on that. We did this section in about 3 hours, and then all the rest of that was done in about another 3 hours. So I'm kind of optimistically thinking that perhaps if we had a full day to work at this, we could get everything sheathed, right? We have a little bit left on the back side to do. I'll show you that. And then what we would do is move to the roof, because if we can get the roof sheathed, then we can kind of dry it in, and then I don't bother so much with the front concern wise. So that's the goal there. So you see, this is how much we have left to do on this one side. We still have the top sections to do. I'm waiting to kind of on some other stuff before I tackle that. We want to get what's easy and was able to be worked on. We will get this other side and then start the whole front. This is the garage side. We're going to wrap this and also put some stuff here. We came here with a crew, my 2 boys, and a 3rd boy, and my daughter, other daughter, not that daughter, the other one. We're all here, and we're gonna be doing all of this. It's Bug, Dog, and the 2 boys, and we were gonna start sheathing here, but here's the problem. Our tin ledge is way too low under this ground. That's where it is. So all this dirt needs to be cleared out. It's this whole mound. I was hoping it wasn't that bad, but it is. So we have our trusty tractor, and we're gonna start scooping before we do any more. So we only have like an hour left of light, guys, so we're gonna try and get as much dirt as I can cut out of here and get it gone. All right, so here's the buffalo, and this is the sad job they just did seriously like 10 minutes ago. They apparently did not like, I don't know, they wanted grass, I think. So we are gonna need a new gate. So because they just did this, I was gonna go in and show you how that was going, but I'm not going to do it now because I think I need a new gate. So I will tell you that Rio Max is doing well. The rain has kind of filled it up, and so it kind of has gotten soft at the top, and the salt block is kind of getting eroded away a little bit under. So I'm gonna come by and drill a hole and let the water drain. I don't see him diving into it all that fast, so that's good. Hopefully it means that they're getting enough of what they're supposed to be getting and everything's fine. But I don't like how soft it's getting. It's kind of flaking a little bit on top, so I think it's all leaching out all the chemical. That's a great thing to say, right? All the chemical in a supplement. But anyway, all the, whatever, I'd call it chemical, whatever. All that stuff's leaching out and it's kind of just flaking all the residual stuff there. But anyway, that gate looks bad. If you are wondering, we do not have any calves. Still, feels like a barren parent right here, but we don't have any calves yet. So we're gonna have to give them more time and be a little bit more patient with them. And then hopefully that comes in the near future.
That one was horrible.
Yeah, that one didn't work so well.
There you go, Grant. Man up on that beast. Did you get the other end? Holy crap, what'd you guys find over here? They literally just buried all of that?
What is that?
How many cables?
Wow, doing.
I don't know about you guys, but I am super shocked that they just buried that in the dirt.
What? Yeah, that's totally.
All right, keep pulling it out. Pull it like an ingrown hair.
Wow.
Is it gonna come out? No.
All right, snip it. If you're an electrician and you think that's cool, let me know. But otherwise, that's a 1970s crap that they were just doing right there. They have a box on a piece of wood post over there by the gates. I wonder if that was partly where it was at. But otherwise, there was the electric company came out and checked where all the active lines were, and they said there was an active line right through here. And I wonder if one of those cables were it. However, it's not active, so that was good. All right, that's kind of dumb. All right, guys, get that out of the way and let's get some tractor work going. All right, so can we just get this with a shovel dog?
Yeah.
All right, we've got to get all the way back to here. I may have to come back in a little bit more.
Yeah, this last one came real close and.
To almost hit in the concrete?
Yeah, like the door was up. Like.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, I can come back in here. Let's try and just get this little mound stuff right here by my foot.
Yeah, I'm just trying to dig into it.
We already have these things cut. We're gonna put some spacers. These walls are about 11.5 feet, maybe. We're gonna put some spacers in these walls. My wife already came by and did these, but we have not done the garage.
I'm not putting it like this, but Dad, I'm curious.
That would be incorrect, yes.
That would be incorrect. Do you care how high up they are?
Just about your shoulder height.
Okay.
I'm trying to get out of it.
Put more in before I get 5.
Yeah, it stops at when you get like 4 or 3 or whatever. All right, let's just get this tracked and smooth this out a little bit. All right, smoothed out, ready to go. Time to get the blower on this. Again, it's away from the house, and we're gonna be putting that concrete ledging over here at some future date, but not now, not now. All right, guys, how you doing?
Doing well.
Pretty good.
This board's going that way, and this board's going this
Why
way.
don't you start from this side and work your way the other way then?
Pretty
See if-
fantastical.
See if it brings all of them pushed over.
I feel like this board is bent.
That's a good idea. We could ignore that part.
It's bent what way?
It flexed this way.
Okay, then we'll have to fix that later on. It's good to know. Always curious, guys. Always curious what we're doing. Yes, Alma. Mary. I don't have anything for you guys, okay? You don't need to be following me. I'm going to take her right up here. Nope, don't do to that gate what you did to the last one. All right, back for day 2. Okay, first step. We've got to get this Rio Max sorted out. Let's see if we can get through this gate. Here's the Rio Max. And this is what's going on, guys. You can see it puddling up. We need to drain this. All right, go. I'm afraid all that nutrient stuff inside of there is draining out, or is leaching out of the actual lick. It's also undercutting the salt block. Salt block is minimizing real quick. So it just makes sense to get that taken care of and hopefully get the water out. All right, let's let that thing drain. I think our solution on this gate is to come by with the truck or the tractor and just push it. See if we can straighten her back out. And then we can worry about a gate some other day if we ever need to, but I think we're gonna try and re-push that straight bug. All right, so today's weather is gonna be pretty windy. At least that's what they say it's gonna be. On the 10-day forecast, we have 10 days of like 50% or higher rain chances. So we're kind of at this dilemma of how far do we go? Do we try and get the roof on today and stop the side walls, or do we just continue with the side walls? As I said before, if we do the side walls, then we're gonna have to like figure a way to drain the floor when it rains. So that just may be a shop vac or something along those lines. So I think just because we've got a groove down and everything seems to be fine, we're just gonna keep doing these side walls and do the roof later. So I think that's where we're at. So when Charlotte was here last with the kids, they got this sheet done and they got the whole section of the wall right here. So a concern I have is this is where the concrete takes that step down. And so we have the upper wall is right here. You can see the studs over there. And the new wall right here comes all the way down to the ground. So they kind of join up. And I'm worried that there's gonna be leaking or water, or somehow when the water comes down and drips here, it might drip down here, and I don't want it dripping inside the building. So I'm trying to find some way to, I don't know, block water from coming in here, or animals or whatever, and I don't have a perfect solution. So the best thing I came up with is trying to get some of this flashing and put that up there and then caulk the bejeebers out of it, and see if we can kind of seal this off so that way the animals or the insects just don't come through there. So I took this sheet and I just snipped it and flattened out this section, and I think if you look at the bottom, if I put it down to here and really get it tight into there, I cut it up here so it kind of gives some sort of a gap. I think I need to cut it back so this doesn't have a flash sticking out like that. Because I mean, I could leave it and try and put the T111 up in there, but I don't think that's gonna probably work too well. So I'm gonna try and cut this back further to wrap it so this goes flat against there. Speaking of bugs.
Oh, there you go.
Good. Try and straighten that out. I say we hit the bottom.
Yeah, nail that sucker in first.
Caulk and nail this in, and then worry about the top part. Squeeze that mother in there.
Marna, hold the top part. Thank you. I'd like to think I put a lot of caulk in there, but we'll come back over. The other stuff is going to come right over the front face of it and smooth. So we're just going to butt everything right up here and keep coming across. So you shouldn't notice it. You won't even have any metal visible, except maybe down here, but
We might put some more caulking in there right now as well. All right, now that that's all done, what we're going to try and do here is take a piece that's ripped to that length and come across the bottom because I want to keep, if this ever did leak and it started ruining some of the wood, that would be that sacrificial piece that comes along the bottom, and I wouldn't have to then remove the entire wall sheet up here. Also, it then keeps everything online as we come across. So if we can do that now, we're going to do that. So we're going to get that little piece and go all the way across and then come back with full sheets here. I think that looks real nice.
Looks good.
Yeah, in that gap up above the steel.
Yep.
Yeah, there. If you haven't noticed, Charlotte's our master cutter here. And we're gonna get this in. All right, Talmud, you go ahead and knock us in. All right, let's get this top half going. I think everything is set for us just to rip a bunch of sheets and just go to town. Let's go.
She's dangerous.
Good job, bud. All right, I'm gonna be the one to do this, I guess, right? Can we go down any?
Where are we?
Just doing the edges, bud.
Go left.
Take it real soon. You know we got what you need, baby. So take it move along. I said we got what you need, honey. Come and groove along. Come on. Rolling on the highway.
Looks real good, guys. Looks good. Wind is blowing. Wind is supposed to be up to like 30, maybe 40 miles an hour today. So let's check out these buffalo. Once you start working, they come over and start saying hi. They were next to the pens with us earlier. But so far, no calves. No calves. Wish they weren't so stingy this year. All right, lunchtime's over with. We're back at it. Now we're inside the garage. And this is the wall that goes into this office and the mudroom. We're gonna sheathe the front side of this, I think. And then that way when they come in and do the spray foam installation, they can come from the inside and spray back against it. We do have a couple complications. Up top, we've got the gable. And I don't know if I explained before, I thought I'd do it sometime and maybe now's the right time. Because I didn't want to put a double wall against this wall, another one to support a gable end, this is not a gable end. But we just slid this all the way over to butt up against this wall. Therefore, we left it as a normal truss, and everything looks perfectly fine until now we have to sheath it. So we're gonna put our sheathing up to the bottom line here, and then we gotta figure out how we want to tackle all that mess up above. We're just gonna take the easy stuff right now and work this wall. Now, if I remember right, when I built the wall, I started over here and did all my measuring. But that was before I put all the walls in the way. So I'm pretty sure if we're about to the front face, that would be about 16 on center. Okay, so we're gonna start on this side of the garage, move, have to trim out the first board, but then we'll continue on down to there and have to trim out also down there. So let's get to it.
Wow! Come on, groove along. I said, baby, I know you're on a roll. Sweet honey, let's take it real slow. You know we got what you need, baby, so take it, move along. I said we got what you need, honey, come and groove along. Come on. Rolling on the highway, you know. Wow! Come on.
Okay, got this wall finished up. There's some few imperfections, and for posterity's sake, if my kids watch this later on, you will notice that we have a gap sitting here, and it's about a ½ inch here, and it kind of trims down. The reason that happened is because we did this sheet here, and we split it, and we just cut that size. That height and that height is super hard to get perfect. So what you should have done is just brought the whole sheet over, and then you router out the opening, and then you know everything's flat and you don't have that step problem. Our issue though is that to router it, we've got to go all the way down to the concrete. The router doesn't go down that far. We still haven't trimmed out the bottom baseboard of the opening, so the baseboard is still there. So we decided, well, let's just go ahead and cut it, and oops. All right, so that probably wasn't the best decision. We are going to come back with a weather stripping, or a, gosh, what's that called? It's like this Tyvek stuff or whatever. And we're going to put it across here, and then I think we're going to actually go back over it with T111 to make it prettier than this stuff. So that will be covered. Also, the spray foam insulation will come in on the back side of that too, to kind of help seal out additionally kind of stuff that's there. So that's our idea. I don't think it'll be too pivotal. But otherwise this wall's done, and now we're going to work on this front wall. Now this is going to take a little bit of effort. It's going to take some time. The wind is kind of picking up here and there, so I'm probably not going to film this. We're going to join back up with you when we are done for the day, or when there's something actually good to talk about. But otherwise it's the same junk, just a different day. Okay, I figured I'd give an update. Clark, we sent him with a router to start routering out some of these openings that are already going on. He's getting himself super dusty. You can kind of see him through the cracks over here, but he's going over there. Charlotte keeps caulking. So our process is Charlotte caulks the bottom, and we caulk it an 8-foot sheet because we're on the bottom, and she goes over, fills that up. If you've ever done this, we quickly realize these things are not necessarily straight studs. So what we have to do is when we put a sheet up, we tack it on the far corner right up against the other one. Talmadge tacks the bottom. The bottom doesn't move. The bottom should be set at 16 on centers. And then we measure the top, and we set this one up to where it needs to be at 96, dead center. Then what we have to do after he tacks that is come back and we measure each stud 16 on center. So this will be 16, 32, 48. And we have him tack the tops, and then he can just go straight down all of those, because some of these guys are just gonna be like that. So once we tack them, then they're gonna be set at those distances. If we didn't do that, then it sucks, guys. Then when you're sheetrocking the opposite side, you're cursing yourself because you just don't have it all set up to sheet distances of 48 and 80 or 96. So anyway, whatever. Do that sometime. Make sure your studs are straight. Now, our wall is only 96. Actually, it's 104, so it's a 9-foot ceiling. We do not have bracing in between. Over there we did, so we're not so worried about it when we put the sheets up, but here, we can still flex these guys. All right, enough of that. You see Talma's doing all this stuff. She's got it prepped for the next one. We're gonna move it.
One by one? Here we go. Yep.
Just like that, the windows are getting done, and we're gonna keep progressing on this. I'm just still nailing. Charlotte's gonna caulk the rest of the next joint, and we just keep running down, guys. Rinse and repeat. All right, catch you in a wee bit. All right, guys, we're calling it quits for the day. This is our progress. Look at this. Look at all of that. We got the lower section, the first row all the way down across, and we got the top section over. All right, now, I'm gonna tell you something that I made a mistake at, I'm an idiot for. So, if you've got any suggestions, let me know. Front door. I was super wise and ending my base plate right there. And I thought, well, that's just smart. I can just start the door frame right here with a jack and king. Well, this wants to just, boop. There's no support because it's not anchored down here. So I've got to find a way now to anchor this to that, or else I'm going to be doing some serious repairs and remodeling. So I'm thinking like a Simpson strong tie, front and back, on either side of that, perhaps. But this is going to be the edge of the front door as it closes, and that's where all that torque is going to be. And I feel stupid. So the other option is I bust out this whole thing and shift the door over and extend a piece here so this base plate becomes wider, if that makes sense, and then I could put an anchor in it. I just need myself like 3 inches. So I could move the door, which is gonna bite, and that blows. I don't know, so what would you guys do? I don't know if I'm gonna do it super fast, but it'd be kind of nice to get it done a little sooner than later. So if you got any suggestions, let me know, but dumb move, man, dumb move. Well, we live and die by that. All right, so all the sheathing is done. It's great. Clark went through with a router. Man, he's a sawdust fanatic now, and did all these windows. While we were taking a break, he did all of them. So all the windows, the doors are cut out, and man, it's just looking good. So we're gonna end it here. Enjoy yourselves. Thanks for keeping with us as we do this DIY house build all on our own. Undoubtedly, we will make errors, and that's just kind of part of life, and you learn. Thanks for joining along, guys. Take care. Bye.